What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I was sitting around trying to think of a video, doing some brainstorming today on what I wanted to make my next video on. I have a few ideas. We'll do a tier list on Sword and Shield booster boxes because some of you seem to like the Scarlet and Violet one. So we'll follow that up with Sword and Shield as requested. Of course, we'll have some Destined Rivals content coming up in the next week or so. But as I was brainstorming some ideas for videos, I thought about asking ChatGPT some questions to see what they would suggest to me in terms of Pokemon investing. So today I asked ChatGPT what 10 Scarlet and Violet Pokemon singles would make great investments right now. I've done a skim through this list and I can't say I 100% agree with it, but let's take a look at what ChatGPT has suggested me to invest in and talk about why or why not it might be a good idea. So their immediate answer was, based on current market trends and collector interest, here are 10 Pokemon TCG cards from the Scarlet and Violet era. I wanted to kind of simplify it for them. I didn't want them to spit out random cards from, all over the place. So 10 Pokemon cards from Scarlet and Violet era that are poised for potential value appreciation over the next year. So it's broken up into two categories: high value cards with strong investment potential and limited edition and promo cards gaining traction. So the first one, high value singles. We've got the Miriam Special Illustration Rare from Scarlet and Violet base. I'm not sure where they got this data from, but it says currently valued at approximately $105. This card's popularity has been bolstered by its unique artwork and the character's prominence in the Pokemon universe. I don't know if that's necessarily accurate. The price is definitely not accurate. It is going for about 35 USD for the English variant. I did notice that the Japanese version was about $100. But we're talking English here. I'm not really interested in the Japanese variant. This card is seeing an increase in value. It was down to $22 not long ago, just a few weeks back. Its 1-year low was about $18. Its 1-year high was about $42. So it looks like it's on its way back to possibly hitting its new 1-year high. $35 shows steady signs of growth. This could end up being a $50 card in a couple of weeks. And I would agree, this is a potentially good pickup. SV base is kind of out of print. Obviously, pull rates are easy. There's a lot of the singles out there. But if you want to grab this card, now might honestly be a good time. Next up, Latios EX Special Illustration Rare from Surging Sparks. It says Steep Sparks. We know it's Surging Sparks. With an average price around $249, this card's stunning artwork and limited availability make it a prime candidate for value growth. Now, price again is off. I don't know where. It's obviously scraping the data from articles that are dated by now. I did try to tell it to use TCG player data and it just wouldn't. It just reads articles, I suppose. But $175 for this card right now. It is the cheapest it's ever been and still declining. I don't think right now is a time to pick this up. Miriam, maybe. Now might be your best bet. The Latias EX definitely is going to keep dropping. I know more Surging Sparks is supposedly hitting the market anytime now. Usually it takes about 6 months for them to kind of catch up on reprints and all that stuff. They've been reprinting it along with Prismatic Evolutions. I'm sure we're going to see more booster boxes soon, and I think this card will dip below 150, and that might be your time to pick it up. Number 3, they gave us the Raging Bolt Special Illustration Rare, holding a value of about $98.99. This card's unique design and the popularity of Paradox Pokemon contribute to its investment potential. Price, again, a little off. It's really going for about $82 right now. Its 1-year low was $67. So this isn't the cheapest it's been, but it has been dropping quite a bit. It was sitting at about 110, dropped a bit, went back up to 105, and is now, like I said, about $82. Looks like it's still going to slow down, but I think Temporal Forces is a smarter set to play around with if you want to invest in singles. Like I mentioned, a lot of singles are dropping in value, and I think a lot of the really recent sets singles will continue to drop as more product gets on the market. I do think we'll see more Temporal Forces out there, especially in collection boxes. This price, $82. It's the chase card of the set. Not too bad of a price. I think it'll keep going down, but I do see potential here to grab it sometime soon, and I think in a year's time, it'll probably go up a little bit. Next up, Gardevoir from SV base. Priced around $80, Gardevoir EX's enduring popularity and the card's aesthetic appeal suggest it may continue to appreciate in value. So, their price is $80, TCG players' price is $45, and the cheapest it's been in the last year was $22. So right now is not the best time, but I feel like it's going to stay strong above $40. Like it might go down a little bit. I do think the time to buy this card was like 9 months to a year ago. It was cheap, and it's kind of always been and always will be somewhat of an iconic Pokemon. I think it was the first one that really showed like continual artwork that became a trend in the Scarlet and Violet era with a lot of these sets. Obviously, a really good one, a good one to pick up. Like I said, it looks like it's going down a little bit, but I wouldn't expect it to really go down too much. I think Scarlet and Violet base is old enough where the singles are relatively safe from like drastic drops in price due to more product being set on the market. And another one from SV base. ChatGPT loves SV base. We've got the Miraidon EX Special Illustration Rare with a value of approximately $70. This card's futuristic design and the character's significance in the Pokemon lore enhance its investment appeal. I guess it is significant to the lore of the Scarlet and Violet video games. It's on the cover of one of them. I think this card's really cool. Obviously, it's fallen off quite a bit, or I guess it never really took off too much. Going for about $17, $18 right now. Its 1 year low was $14. Its 1 year high was about 27, but it looks like it's headed back down to like 15 or even less. It's been dropping pretty drastically. I know this has been a very competitive card, but of course, not everyone's running the special illustration rare. There are tons of variants of this card, battle decks with it. Like, you don't need the SIR to play the TCG. And I don't know if the legendaries really hit home. None of the Zacian and Zamazentas from Sword and Shield really held huge prices or high prices at all. I guess probably the most expensive are either the trainer galleries or the Galarian galleries. It's a really cool card, but I don't think this is going to be one that's going to be worth like a ton of money down the line. $18 though, like I wouldn't be surprised if eventually this one pops back up to like $30, but I don't really see a world where it's going to be $100. Now the second half, I don't know why they split it in half. Limited edition and promo cards gaining value. Not all of these in this next 5 cards are limited edition or promo cards, but either way, Squirtle, Pokemon Center exclusive promo. This card has seen steady increase in value, reaching around $145 due to its limited release and nostalgic appeal. This is the 151 Squirtle from the Pokemon Center with the Pokemon Center stamp. It's just the regular art Squirtle. I think it's got the Cosmo reverse holo on it. And it's right now it's going for $170. The lowest it's been in the last year was $74. Of course, everyone like really wanted it for those like special, I guess, 151 master sets, grandmaster sets. I think someone told me it was called, where you get all the variants, all the different promo cards, everything. So people want this card. It's sought after. It wasn't available for too long on the Pokemon Center. I never got one, and usually I get all the Pokemon Center promos. I kind of go to my way and try to get them, but I don't know why I never got this one. Maybe I just didn't really care at the time or didn't know what was happening. But $170, I do think this one has potential. It could go down, but Pokemon Center exclusive stamped promo cards have been doing great. Like all the PC ETB promos are up. Tons of these cards are worth quite a bit of money. I don't really see this one ever tanking in value. I think it'll be steady. If it goes down a bit, it goes down a bit, but I don't really see it ever, dropping to like $100 overnight. Next up, Iron Thorns, Pokemon Center exclusive promo. This would be from one of the ETBs. Valued at approximately $47.47, interesting number. This card's unique design and limited availability make it a strong candidate for future value appreciation. So Iron Thorns, I don't even know what ETB this is from, but it's from one of the Pokemon Center ETBs. Right now it's going for $44.80, which is about its all-time high. It was at about $45, a week or two ago, but pretty much just right there. It hit a low of like $10. This was really cheap before people really cared that much about the Pokemon Center promos and the Pokemon Center ETBs. Like I said, if you're new here, Pokemon Center ETBs were not that hot a year ago. Like you could pick up whatever, Temporal Forces, Paradox Rift, you could grab Obsidian Flames even on the Pokemon Center way after release. No worries there. Nowadays, goes before you even know it's alive, right? Like a lot of people don't even have a chance. It's the wild, wild west on the Pokemon Center. But anyways, this card, nothing too crazy. I don't think it's really going to be one of the ones that's super expensive in price. Iron Thorns, yeah, I guess it's a Tyranitar Paradox Pokemon. It could have potential. People do love Tyranitar. It is a Pokemon Center exclusive promo, but I don't really think it's going to be one that stands out over time like the Charmander or like the Paldea Evolved Pikachu. $45, yeah, maybe it'll go up to $100 one day, so I don't think it'd be a bad investment. I don't think you would necessarily lose much money, if any money, on this card. If you're looking at the next year, 2 years, 5 years, I think you'll be fine. But is it the best use of 45 bucks? Probably not. And they're going with a similar card here, Iron Bundle, Pokemon Center promo card. With a current price of about $47, this card's rarity and utility in gameplay contribute to its investment potential. I don't know how playable it really is. I know it was when it came out. I don't know. I don't follow the competitive TCG scene all that much anymore. But we've seen it spike up like crazy. It was $8 not long ago, $8.50 last year. Spiked up to 48 bucks and has since dropped to 39. I don't know if this will keep dropping. I think this is, again, a safe one. I feel like the Iron Thorns would be better to pick up than Iron Bundle, but I do understand what ChatGPT is telling us here. Like, it's an exclusive card, it's a playable card. No one's grabbing the Pokemon Center promo cards to play in their deck. At least I'd assume they wouldn't be. You never know. All signs point to this card going down more in value. Maybe if it goes down to $35 or $30, that might be a time to pick it up. I wouldn't grab it while it's dropping, but long term, again, it's a Pokemon Center exclusive promo. I think there'll be a market for it, especially if you can find like a clean copy or something and send it in, get that PSA 10. All right, we've got two more left. The Kingdra Special Illustration Rare from the Shrouded Fable. What is it? Premium collection boxes. You know what I'm talking about, the Greninja and the Kingdra. We're talking about the Kingdra on this list. This card has experienced a price increase to around $28.79. Why are you saying around in these crazy numbers? Just say around $29, around $30. Likely due to its limited release and the set's lower popularity, which resulted in fewer copies entering circulation. I don't think that's the case. I see these everywhere I go. Every vendor table has a copy of this card. You know, everyone wants the Greninja, but this card is just as nice, and it saw some significant gains as well following the Greninja. It was as low as like $6, $6.50. Very cheap card on release, spiked up to $28, almost $29, and has now kind of been steady around $25. I think this is a really good one. It's a unique artwork. I know we've said this hasn't came out in Japan. I think it's only been printed in English. And it's a beautiful card, man. Like, Kingdra's a cool Pokemon. This like Great Waves style promo card. The art style on it is really nice. I'm surprised it's not more valuable. Again, like, the box it comes in isn't all, well, it wasn't all that expensive. Now it's a bit more expensive, but the card is beautiful. I think it's got strong potential. I don't think it's as exclusive as ChatGPT suggests it is. You know, fewer copies entering circulation, I think, is BS. I think there's a lot of them out there. You know, if you wanted to go find one tomorrow, if you wanted to grab one on eBay right this second, you probably could. And again, it's not all that expensive. Very cool card, though. I feel like, you know, if you want to hold it long term, I'm sure it'll do well. We've seen a lot of these special art promo cards in past generations, like Sun and Moon and Sword and Shield, do really well. Like all those Eevee variations we had in Sword and Shield. Even in Sun and Moon, we had a couple of the tag team Evolution, I guess, alt art promos, but there's been other ones as well that have done great. I think this one will do good as well. I wouldn't be surprised if, you know, in a year, 2 years, 3 years, it's like $50, especially if they don't reprint these boxes, which I wouldn't really expect they would do. Shrouded Fable wasn't that hot of a set. They could throw some booster bundles on the market, but I doubt they'd get eaten up too quickly. And now the last card, like I said, weird that it's in this section because it's not limited or a promo. The Gengar EX Full Art from Temporal Forces. Priced at approximately $11.74, Gengar EX's iconic status and the card's full art design suggest it may see increased demand and value over time. I get it. I understand. I don't know where this price is coming from. Again, $11.74. They might have made this video on release because it was like $11 on release, $12. It spiked all the way up to like $25. Right now, about $21. It's a very cool card. I think it's really nice. Obviously, Gengar's great. Gengar Full Arts have done well over time. Even the Gengar VMAX is like a $25 card, just the ultra rare. I see the potential here, but I feel like at $20, $21, it's a little bit too much to pick up a Full Art. You could get a lot of nice illustration rares for the same price. Or even cheaper, you could probably get like 5 illustration rares for the same price as this Gengar Full Art. Again, Temporal is kind of in that spot. I've said it in past videos where I don't know if more of it will hit the market. I'm sure it'll be in collection boxes. But like booster boxes being printed, I don't really know. So if that happens, this card could go down a lot. If it doesn't happen, it could stay steady. I don't see this being like a $50 card anytime soon. I don't even see this really being like $30 in the next couple years. I think $20 is an all right spot for it. Maybe it'll go down a bit, maybe it'll go up a bit, but I wouldn't look at this card as a strong investment by any means. So I guess we'll go with the final thoughts from ChatGPT before we get out of here. These cards are currently trending upward in value and exhibit characteristics such as limited availability, iconic status, and unique artwork that often correlate with long-term appreciation. I've said this before a few times on the channel, like over a year ago I was talking about that. How to determine if a set or a single is going to be strong. Availability, if a lot was printed or not a lot was printed. The status, in this case, the status of the Pokemon card itself, the Pokemon on the card. What I've said with sealed product, like a set, like Evolving Skies. The status of the Pokemon with the chase cards. If there's a lot of popular Pokemon with good chase cards, it's going to be a good set long term. And the artwork of the card, unique artwork. Same thing, right? Like availability, the status of the Pokemon, how cool the Pokemon is, and the artwork. Those are the three things that matter most, that make a single be valuable, in my opinion. So they also continued, however, it's essential to monitor the market regularly as trends can shift based on various factors, including new set releases and changes in collector interest. Very true, this happens all the time. If you're interested in tracking these cards' market movements or seeking advice on acquiring them, feel free to ask, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, I don't know, a few of these cards I think make sense. The Miriam, yeah, it's going up in price right now, $35. I mean, if you bought it at $25 a week ago, that was smart. I don't know how expensive this will get. I hope it doesn't go too high because I still need it for my binder. But, I don't care that much. If I can trade for it or something, maybe I'll pick it up. It's not going to kill me not having it in the collection. Latios, hold off on it. I think it'll get cheaper. Raging Bolt, I think it'll get a bit cheaper, but if you're comfortable at $82, I don't think that's a bad deal. I feel like maybe it'll go down to 80, maybe 75, and I feel like 75 would be a very solid pickup. The Gardevoir from SV Base, pretty good, but $45, you could get it for half that price not even a year ago. We'll see if it drops anymore. I'm not sure if this will be a $100 card anytime soon. Same with the Miraidon, it's going down a lot. You could pick it up $18 for an SIR is not bad at all. If it goes down to 15, I'd say grab it. But I don't think this one's going to jump up to $50 in the next year or two. Miraidon's not that popular of a Pokemon, and it's a really nice card, looks great, but I don't think it's going to be that special to too many collectors. The Squirtle promo card being the big one, $170 for the Squirtle. I don't know, man. I would grab a lot different cards for that price, $170 for the PC promo. I don't know, man. I'd probably go with a sealed product. If I'm spending $170 on a single to invest, I feel like a sealed product is just going to be smarter long term. Not bad though. Like I said, I don't really think this will drop too much, if any. Iron Thorns, same thing, $45. I think there's better investments to make, but I don't think you would necessarily lose money on it. And the Iron Bundle, again, same thing, but $40 for this card, I don't know, there's better things to buy. I'd grab the Kingdra promo over those two, honestly, $25. I could see this one going up. The artwork is great. I feel like it'd be easier to sell. There's more of a market for that rather than the Pokemon Center exclusive promos. And clean copies, buying these and grading them to 10s, you're looking at a sweet return if you can go about that and have a good gem rate. And that Gengar full art, $21, I would just ignore it, honestly. I don't think it's worth $21, at least to me. Might go down a bit, might go up, I could be wrong, but I think there's way better investments to make than picking that guy up. All right, guys, that's going to be it for today's video. Let me know in the comments below if you agree with ChatGPT. Do you think any of these cards are going to be great investments when looking at the next year, 2 years, maybe even 5 years? Also, I'm going to be giving away a Destined Rivals booster bundle at the end of the month. So stay tuned. I'm going to record a video talking about Destined Rivals, the products coming out, kind of an overall set outlook, because I haven't really talked too much about it directly, just mentioned it in other videos. So stay tuned for your chance to win a Destined Rivals booster bundle. And subscribe to the channel. If you made it this far and you're not subscribed, I don't know what you're doing. Hit that subscribe button. Helps me know that you guys enjoy the content that I'm putting out. And don't worry, if you're already subscribed, lots more content in the works. I'm trying to ramp up that release schedule, hopefully 2, maybe even 3 videos a week. And I want to start doing more live streams. So stay tuned for more information on all this. Hit me up on Instagram if you want to chat, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.